Margaux, what's your favorite ice cream flavor?
My favorite ice cream flavor?
Yeah.
Kilwins has one that is peanut butter and chocolate, and it's like sheets of peanut butter. I'm so sorry. But it's so good.
The one I can't have.
The one you cannot have except for one time. But it's also like a darker chocolate, so it's like more bitter, which I like. But safe ones for you. A similar vibe. Actually, I take it all back. Not a Kilwins one, a Ben and Jerry's one. They had like a gingerbread cookie dough one, which is cookie dough ice cream, but the cookie dough is gingerbread cookie, and I love gingerbread.
Very nice. I should, like, in spite, just be like, yeah, there's this mashed potato flavored ice cream. Like, hello and welcome to Rainy Tuesdays. I'm here with Margaux, and we're talking about ice cream.
What's your favorite ice cream flavor? I want to know.
Do you guys have Baskin Robbins over there?
Yeah, I love it. It's so good.
Okay.
It's so tasty.
It's called Gold Medal Ribbon. It's like chocolate, vanilla, and it's got like a drizzle of caramel in it. I like caramel apparently.
Okay, yeah, I'm learning that about you. Yeah, I don't, but I respect you for it. It's too sweet for my stupid little stomach.
That's fair. And we were talking before about how caramel ice cream really melts a lot.
It's crazy. Well, like, okay, so shout out to Adam. Hi, Adam.
Hello, Adam.
He's not here right now if you're only listening. We didn't just like ignore him in introductions. but the other day we both brought up salted caramel ice cream because it's so impossibly hard to scoop because like it melts so easily, and so it's just the stupidest little guy, and everyone always wants it in a cone, which is even worse because that's just like it like goes all over your hand and you're like handing them a soupy mess. And then like I always did like the prep work to be like, do you want a bowl with that, like with the cone? And then some people were like, no, I don't. And I'm like, you're a mistake. You're gonna come back for me. Like you're gonna ask for a bowl in like 5 minutes, but okay. Yeah, what a world. I don't know, I hate it. It's so hard to scoop. There was one other like that, but I don't remember what it was. It was another. Oh, it was caramel apple. So I guess it's something about the caramel and not about the salt.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you prefer ice cream in a cone or a cup?
Cup, all the way.
Same here. I don't know. I'm just too messy.
Oh yeah, I am too, and it like drips all over me, and it's sad.
Yeah, it's like also, ice cream is fun. I don't want to get like messy.
Yeah, I'm also a little bit of a slower eater, or at least I try to be, because it's like good for you to eat slowly.
Yes.
And so like I can't do that with a cone. Like you have to speed eat it. So like definitely I like the little spoon. And it's good.
Exactly.
It's a good time. Yeah. You can also put hot fudge on it that way, and it's fine.
Exactly. You can put like more toppings and stuff.
Yeah. Do you have an ice cream that you hate? Like passionately despise?
I don't understand mint ice cream. My mom's a big like chocolate and mint ice cream fan.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
It's interesting because I love Thin Mints.
Yeah.
And it's a similar flavor profile, but something about it being cold is not my favorite.
Yes.
Yeah. Adam's gonna be so mad because I know this is like his favorite, or at least his favorite's brother, is I hate Superman ice cream, which is very similar to Blue Moon, which I think he likes a lot.
Yeah.
But I think it's too fruity. And like I think if an ice cream is going to be fruity, it should have a different texture. Like it shouldn't be that creamy. Yeah. I don't like it.
I get that. I like the most unhealthy ice creams.
Same. Give me all the chocolate. Give me like a bunch of, I love, we had like an apple pie one. Ooh. So it had little pie crust bits in it. Delicious. Love that. Fudge ones. Absolutely.
Yes. Fudge ones are good. They're a pain to scoop, though, sometimes.
So hard to scoop. Yeah. It's the opposite of caramel. It like hardens. It's just so rude.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had one that was called Mackinac Island Fudge, which was just vanilla ice cream with like chocolate fudge swirled throughout it.
Yeah.
But in Pennsylvania, Mackinac is not like a word in people's vocabulary. And so it was so funny whenever anybody wanted it because it would be like Mackinac, Macco, Mackinac. And it was like, yeah, okay. I know which one. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah. Ice cream shops are fun.
They are.
Yeah. My boyfriend and I have taken a few little like day trips, but then like the trip that we took recently, and I realized we've started to get into this habit of we always go to a coffee shop because he's a big coffee guy.
Yeah.
And I like coffee too. But like it's definitely more his thing. And so we'll go to one in whatever town we're visiting. And then we go to an ice cream place for me because I like ice cream a lot. And it's a good combo.
Just find like a coffee and ice cream store.
That's the dream. Oh my God. If someone can do both of them right, oof.
Yeah.
I'll stay there forever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Yeah. I don't know. I was trying to think of other like bad ice creams, and I don't know if I can.
Besides the peanut butter ones.
Well, about those. I'll just hide them from you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'll eat all of them so that none of it comes near you. It's a protection.
You know, I have had like, so sometimes if I ever eat peanut butter, like I break out and my neck gets really red and I get like hives.
Yeah.
And not every time, but like every time that I've broken out, it's been because I've gotten a like milkshake or ice cream from Steak and Shake because they like never clean their blenders.
Steak and Shake, you bitch.
And so they'll like make something in peanut butter and then just make another milkshake.
You know why that's stupid?
Why?
Because cleaning the milkshake thing is so fun. Because you just make a soap and water milkshake and you really go at it, and then you just like it's a good time. Like it's mindless work that is like entertaining to do. And so I do not understand why anyone would ever pass up on that. I understand they have rushes and they probably have a lot of milkshakes to make, and so they're probably not like focusing as much as they should, but they should focus as much as they should for the fun of it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh man. What were we going to talk about before ice cream?
I think dating shows, because you were
dating
talking
shows.
About,
Love is Blind. Yeah, and like I'll talk about that in a second, but I'm way more interested in Fuckboy Island, which is what you were going to talk about.
Yes, Fboy Island season 2.
Yeah. So background on my experience with it. I have only seen the finale of season 1 because you were watching it with some friends, and I came to visit. And you guys did a quick little update for me, and that show was crazy.
Yes.
It was absolutely wild. So much drama. Tell me about season 2.
So I think the reason we were talking about it is because like, I think a lot of like the good dating contestants on shows where like there's eliminations get eliminated early, and that's what happened with Fboy like season 2. So there were 3 girls. One of the girls just like was like, oh, this dude's boring, he didn't talk to me at all, I'm eliminating him. And they were all like nice guys. Okay, I'll back up a little bit too. There's nice guys and F-boys. The nice guys are there to like actually find love. The F-boys are there because if they make it to the end they get money.
And it's like self-appointed, right? Like they like call themselves these things. It's not like okay,
it's like tons of dudes that just like sleep with like tons of women. So there's like a criteria for it.
How many women have you slept with, sir?
Pretty much.
Show me your resume. Oh my god.
And so there was this one girl that like just all of them, she just kept eliminating like nice guy after nice guy. And then like toward the second to last week they like reveal like everyone's title, so the girls like know like if it's a nice guy or an F-boy. Right. And the girl was just left with 4 like F-boys, and it's like,
yikes. That's so sad.
Sometimes you feel bad, but other times it's like, well,
you eliminated them. Yeah. I was gonna say, like, why would you ever choose to eliminate the nice guys? But it makes sense that they don't know until like the
Yes,
end. Yeah.
exactly.
Um, that's fair then. I was like, that's just playing yourself.
Hmm.
Like,
But yeah,
but
it was a
man,
wild season
yeah,
because like she was pretty screwed like from that point on.
right.
And then there was another girl who like she had three nice guys and one F boy that she really liked. And from the very first episode, this dude's like, "Yeah, I'm an F boy. I'm just here for the money, but like I'm gonna
Ah,
play the game." And
oh,
he played such a villain so well that I was sort of rooting for him
oh yeah.
because like the signs were there.
Uh-huh.
On like the second to last episode, there's a moment where like all the previous guys that got eliminated come out and they like
Yeah.
tell all the tea on the show and are like, she was left between like a nice guy and an F boy, and the nice guy is like great. Everyone's like, yeah, this dude's awesome. He's so cool. He's great. Good
We
friend.
love
You should
him.
definitely
Like,
choose him. And they're like,
yeah.
what about this dude? They're like, this dude's
No.
awful. Do not pick him. He is just going to take the money and run. Like, do not
Tell me
pick
she
him.
didn't. Tell
And
me
she
she
was
didn't.
still like, well, I don't know. How do I make this
How
choice?
can I possibly choose?
And so at that point, it's like, I want this dude to win. I want him
Yeah.
to take the money because she's not going to learn a lesson here.
No.
And
Ugh.
like, it came to it. She chose that dude. And the biggest plot twist was the dude didn't take the money. He split it. And I was like, why? Take the money. You
Yeah, you
won. Take it.
won. Like, oh, interesting. Not quite an F boy after
I
all.
guess not, yeah. But I was like, man, this dude should have just taken the money.
He was reformed.
I guess so. I wish he was still an F boy.
Right. Yeah. Man.
Hmm.
What did the last girl do? Like, what was
Oh,
her
the
situation?
last girl, they had a
Uh-huh.
new twist
Okay.
because since one of the girls got like two F boys in the finale, they were like, well, you can choose one and hope they split, or if you want, you can reject both of them and take the full like 100,000 for
Oh, I'd
yourself.
do that. Yeah.
And so the one girl had two nice guys, and she's like, well, I'm not really a fan of either of them, so I'm just gonna
Yeah.
take the money.
Totally fair. Yeah.
So good for her.
Yeah, definitely. Um, I like that ending better because she like gets the satisfaction of knowing that she like chose nicer people
Yeah,
and she got money instead
exactly.
of the knowledge of knowing that you would have chosen the worst men
Hmm.
and then getting money. Oh my god. At that point the money feels like a consolation prize.
Yeah.
Oh man. Fascinating. It is such an interesting show. I love hearing all of these like random concepts.
Yeah.
Um, Love is Blind is the only dating show I've ever like really gotten into. I've seen an episode of The Bachelor.
Hmm.
Um, I've seen like reviews of Too Hot to Handle.
Yeah.
Um, and then like an episode of F Boy Island.
Hmm.
And I cannot think of any other ones, though I'm sure they exist. Oh, Love Island.
Yes.
I've never seen it.
I think F Boy is pretty similar to Love Boy.
Oh,
Love Boy,
interesting.
Love Island.
Love Boy Island.
I was thinking that. I think for season 3 they should bring
Yeah.
it back, but they should like flip the genders.
I that would be good. Yeah. Just give it a little shot. I do think that's fascinating.
Hmm.
Um because isn't that like what The Bachelor does? Don't they like flip?
Yeah, they like switch between Bachelor and Bachelorette every season.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I don't know. Could be fun. Could be cool.
Yeah,
You could still call it F Boy Island.
exactly.
F Boy is not gender exclusive.
Yeah,
Anybody can be an F boy if they try hard enough.
exactly.
But Love is Blind. I've been telling the guys that this was the first season that I like don't want anybody to find love because they all suck a little bit. And I think part of it is because like now the show is popular. Not that like the original cast was actually like looking for love and not just like fame.
Yeah.
But like I do think the show is so popular now that it's hard for the producers to find people who are like actively just like kind of curious about this random weird thing that's going on rather than like know the show, know how to play like the game elements of the show. Because it's like they don't see each other for like however long. You go on dates with everybody, like speed dating. You choose who you like the best, and if they like you too, you can go on other dates with them, all while not seeing each other. And then eventually, if you like a person enough, you can propose to them, and if they say yes, then you get to see them. And then after that, you go on a vacation together, and then you go back to your real life together and plan your wedding and get married all within like a month. And it's like so stupid, but like so entertaining. But the point of it is, it's like, can you fall in love with like a person for like their inner self rather than like their looks? And what has become increasingly obvious in this season is that like a lot of the men can't. Because like half of the guys in this season are like, they like told the people that they proposed to like on the vacation, yeah, I think that other girl's hotter than you. And then the girls are offended, obviously. Mm-hmm. And then like both of the guys were like, well, what the fuck, you don't want me to be honest with you? You want me to lie to you and tell you that you're the prettiest girl in the room when you're not? It's like,
just like digging a hole.
So mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how this season's been going. Right now, we're in the wedding arc. So one couple has gotten to the altar and didn't get married. And then it ended on a cliffhanger of the next couple. And then there's 2 or 3 more couples so there's one more episode next week that's just all about the rest of the couples to see who does and doesn't. But yeah, it's bad. It's real icky.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. Oof, man. It's so good. It's so entertaining. Yeah. But I don't know. Apparently, they were casting for a future season in DC, which is near me. And so now, ever since I saw that, I'm just like wondering, like, are there future Love is Blind couples around me right now? Like, are you gonna make it down the altar? Is love truly blind? It's great. It's a good time. Yeah. Also, a big issue in it is like 25-year-old men and like women in their 30s, like dating. And the women being like, I shouldn't date you, you're like 25. And the guys being like, I'm so mature for my age. And then it never working out. So there's that aspect. That's happened like every season. Oh man. Yeah. That's my Love is Blind update. I don't know. I want I think at some point we talked about a like crazy crossover show that had like all of the people from all of these different dating shows like on an island together, and some sort of games with that. I want that.
I think let's do like a crossover dating show.
Absolutely.
Maybe it's like a murder mystery dating show.
Oh my god, I love it. That's phenomenal.
People get eliminated each week, but if you can solve the murder, you win.
Yeah.
It's like Harry Potter Quidditch rules, where it's like nothing matters, if you do this, you win.
Yeah, like you can get points throughout everything else, but if someone at the last minute who had no points catches the murderer, they're the winner.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's a hit. Netflix, contact us. Oh my god. Damn. Yeah. I don't know. I do think it's interesting that like Love is Blind is still popular, because like despite me saying that, like I do love it, and so I get it, like it's a good show, but like, or not like good, but it's entertaining. But it came out like right at the beginning of quarantine, and like they were essentially quarantining and like only contacting each other like similar, like not online, but like with that type of online vibe.
Yeah.
And so it was like perfect for its time. And then like now it's not quite on the nose. But yeah, I don't know. An interesting one. Yeah. Damn. Alrighty. Well, what else do we want to do? Do we want to do one of the things?
Yeah.
Let's do one of the things. We're gonna do one of those little personality tests like the cube test, because I found an article that was 4 tests like the cube personality test. So we're gonna take one that's similar but not quite the same.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you choose though. So there's the forest test, the castle test, the oasis test, the love path. One of those is not like the other.
The castle.
Alrighty, I like it. That was my favorite too.
You know what I don't understand? This is
What's
my
that?
tangent. You have
Yeah,
so
let me
many
hear it.
rich people that are doing like awful things, just getting into politics,
And why don't they
buying
have evil
Twitter,
layers?
not ending world hunger. Why
Yeah.
don't they just build cool things? Like if I was a rich person, I
Good
just
point.
build tons of castles everywhere.
I do think we need more castles in general.
Yeah.
They're just fun. Like, regardless of like rich people, why not like a business headquarters? Like, why can't
Yeah.
like Google headquarters be a castle?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Like
So
if
just,
I was a billionaire, I would not be a good billionaire. There's no such thing.
sure. No.
But
If you're a billionaire, you're a bad person. That's
I would
just
just
the way
build
it works.
stuff. Some of these things are temporary and are not going to last. You build a
No.
castle, that's going to be there for a while.
It is. And then it's going to be like, by the time that it's like long past your life and like all of your descendants are also dead, like it's going to be this cool, creepy, decrepit thing that people make ghost stories about.
Yeah, and then you get to haunt it.
Yeah. Who wouldn't want that?
Exactly.
Ugh, man. Okay. The questions. Oh, okay. Actually, just kidding. Okay. Imagine that you are in front of a castle. The scenario then unfolds through questions that follow. So it's like very similar to the cube test in the sense of
Gotcha.
like you're imagining a situation and whatever you imagine tells us your psyche. All right, you are in front of the door of the castle. How exactly do you imagine it? We're both going to think about this. And then unless you want me to, I feel like last time when I was giving you guys the cube test, me giving like possible answers influenced things. So do you want those or do you not want those?
I'm fine with whatever. I have an idea
Okay.
for it. So
Okay, you
I
go
think,
first, yeah.
my castle has got a moat. It's got a drawbridge, because that's cool.
Love it. Yeah.
I'm just thinking like my ideal castle.
That's, I think, the best way to do this. Mine is definitely, I didn't picture like a moat, but I was picturing that like pretty like stone archway thing with like the big double wooden door.
Ooh, yeah.
I guess very like Beauty and the Beast-esque.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I think the moat is cool, because then maybe like one day a giant gingerbread man might attack. I Need a Hero play in the background. But also, like, I feel like the drawbridge would not be very practical, because it probably takes a lot to like raise and lower, and also probably has a weight limit. But hey, that's just the engineering
But it'd be
side
so
of things.
fun.
Yeah.
Like,
it would
what are
be
you
cool.
bringing over that's too heavy for the weight limit? You know, you're an engineer. Like, you can figure out a way to do it. Like, I did come up with an episode idea where it was just like, I asked Ryan how things work. And it was just like, can you explain to me how this thing works engineering wise? I want to do that at some point because I'm curious. But no, I do love that. Oh, actually, I saw a TikTok that was someone getting ready for Halloween, and she was like, "Guess my character," and it was just like intense eyebrows, like heavy eye makeup, like a little like fake like mole above the lip, and stuff like that. But it was the one bartender in Shrek.
Oh. Yeah.
And she like put her hair up in the same way. And it was wonderful. And then she did a side by side picture at the end, and it was phenomenal. It was so good.
That's hilarious.
Like, that's a good costume.
I'm gonna sound like an old person here. I understand like making costumes sexy. That's fine. Go for it.
It's so fun.
What I don't like is when you make it too sexy that you don't understand what the costume is anymore.
I agree. If you're gonna be sexy, you still need to be obvious.
Yes. Like, I saw a girl that was dressed as Kim Possible, had, like, green cargo pants, understandable, and just a black bra. And I was like, who are you? Like, didn't do
the
anything
problem
with
with
the hair
that?
at all. What?
Like, Kim Possible's outfit is already a little bit inherently sexy.
Yeah.
You know? And so it's like, you could just do that and just, instead of having, like, a turtleneck, have, like, a low cut, but, like, long sleeve black shirt, you know?
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be a bra, because then you kind of lose what the costume is.
My issue is not that it's, like sexy at all. It's the faithfulness to the source material.
No, I'm fine with taking some liberties as far as, like, it doesn't have to, because it's your interpretation of whatever it is, and I'm fine with that, so long as I can still tell you what it is, you know? Obviously, with the caveat of I don't know every character from everything ever, so, like, I'm not going to be able to guess some things. But if you're, like, Cinderella and all you're wearing is, like, a blue bra and blue panties, I'm not going to know that you're Cinderella. Exactly. Like, you at least need a tutu and a tiara. Like, and, like a mouse in your hand or something. Like, just something to evoke it.
Heels, maybe? They don't need to be glass.
Oh, yeah. The, like, clear heels. Totally. That would do it. Like, just, like, you can wear, like, as little as possible while still telling me what you are, like, with only the costume. Yeah.
Yes.
Like, it's not that hard.
Exactly.
Also, there's, like, so many outfits that are just easy to make sexy while still, like, what they are.
Yes.
Oh, okay, so you pass through the door of the castle. Okay, so the sentence is so weird and I don't understand it, so I am gonna do the examples for this one because I feel like this was worded wrong. I see what it's saying, but okay. So they're saying, like, the sentence is you pass through the door of the castle and you realize that there is no soul. It is desert. But they're saying, I realize now that's, like, dessert. Like, deserted.
Oh, I thought you meant, like, there's, like, a cake in the middle of the castle.
And I realized, like, no soul means nobody. So basically, like, what's the first thing you see as you walk sort of like into Halloween, the castle?
There's no soul in this place.
No soul at all. Oh my god. Yeah. So if you want the examples, I can. But, like, just, like, what do you see when you walk in?
Oh. Okay. Yeah. I think, again, not a practical thing, but I really like the, like, double staircases.
Oh, gorgeous.
Those are neat.
Yeah.
Again, not very practical sometimes because it's like they take up a lot of space. And
but they're like, so cool.
Which one do you choose to go up and down? But they look nice. They're fancy.
Oh, man. Like, I love, like, house or apartment shopping, you know? Like, it's just so fun to tour a bunch of different places and see, like, wow, look at that. Yeah. There was one house that we looked at when I was in, like, middle school, and it had, like, a weird hourglass staircase situation where it was two separate staircases going up to one staircase that went out to two other staircases. And it was like, what's the point? I don't know, but I love it. Like, that was, like, amazing. Like, oh my god. Imagine all the different stairs you could walk up and down.
Exactly.
Oh my god. Like, you could go diagonally up. You could go, like, just, like, a little curve. Oh my lord. It was cool. I see, like, and maybe it's because I said the whole, a Beauty and the Beast thing, but, like, I do see, like, a big empty, like, room with a single but big staircase at the end of it, and like a red big carpet leading up to it that like goes up the stairs.
I think those big rooms are nice, but it's also a thing like, well, what do you put in the big room?
A ball.
A ball?
I realized it could have been taken as like a single basketball.
That's what I was thinking.
I'm in like a dancing ball.
The room, there's a little basketball sitting there on the red carpet.
A single ball.
I understand for like hosting parties and stuff, but that's the other thing too. I don't understand like mansions. Why I would never like really want to own a mansion is like,
right.
That's so much space, so much you'd have to clean.
Oh yeah.
And like, I don't know. Also, like maybe like you come into the house that way. It's like, man, I gotta walk a ways in order to get to the staircase.
That's a good point. Yeah.
But
I would need
be
a
great
secret
for hosting
entrance.
parties.
It would be wonderful for hosting parties. Yeah, I say that as if I'm hosting like ragers.
Yep.
And not just like maybe 10 people. Like, Lord. Alrighty, yeah. See that this is interesting because the next question is you look around and find a staircase. So we know where our staircases are. You decide to climb the stairs. And then it says like, what does the staircase look like? So maybe we should just add more details to our staircases.
More details to like the atrium room.
Yeah.
I think a chandelier, a nice chandelier.
I like it.
Middle of the room. Would be nice.
I'm gonna do that classic candles along the side.
Ooh, yes.
A little creepy, little like fun. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think my stairs are brown.
Okay.
I think they're all wooden. Like, but pretty wooden, like polished. Because there's that rug on them. Yeah.
I sort of like the like white granite type stairs, and then maybe put like a rug down the middle of it. But then also that's gonna be a pain in the butt to clean. But,
totally. Yeah, but that's okay.
Yeah.
What's your like banister like?
Banister, is that like the end pillar of like the?
I think it's like the whole thing, like including like the end pillar, but like the railing too. I could be wrong. What's the general place you put your hand like?
Let's go stone with that too, and then like at the ends there'll be like little like figures.
Really pretty. I like that. I'm gonna say mostly wooden, but those little like poles that hold it up are like aged like gold, so it's not like perfect gold, but it's like it's got some spots.
Exactly.
Okay. Alrighty, after you climb the stairs, you reach a small room in which there is only one window. How big is it?
I would like, if I had a dream house, a like mansion, I would like a floor to ceiling window.
Oh, sure.
Like that'd be nice, but that doesn't really fit the castle aesthetic.
That's fair. Maybe you could make it fit the castle aesthetic, like with like panes.
Yeah.
Like however you did that.
Or what you could do to fit the castle aesthetic and will be nice and experimental, put a skylight in.
Oh, yeah, okay. I like it.
It says there's one window. It doesn't say where.
That's true. Absolutely. How big is it though? Like how big is the skylight? Is it the whole sky?
Like a big skylight.
Not the whole sky, the whole ceiling.
A bedroom. Like I'd say like most of the ceiling, and then you put your bed under it. And so then at night you can see it.
And
but
it's
I
just
also don't know how practical that is when it rains.
That's true. But that's okay. I mean, it's still like you're covered and you're just watching the rain. It's kind of peaceful. When I was like a small child, I got out of school before my sibling did. And so I would go with my mom to pick my sibling up in like the whole carpool line thing. Yeah. And it always went so slow that I like unbuckled and would just kind of like lay down. And like her car at the time had like a sunroof.
Oh, yeah.
And I loved like just kind of like laying down and like looking up through the sunroof, especially when it was raining, because you got like all the little raindrops like hitting it and everything. It's very pretty. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna have a circular window.
Okay.
And I want it to have like not stained glass, but like weird things holding it together. Like I want some sort of weird like abstract thing throughout it. And I don't want it to be much bigger than my like arm span. Like I want to be able to like put my hands on either side of it, so smaller than that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think
One
that'd be pretty.
thing, I don't want to
Yes,
tell you what to do, but one
sure.
thing I've seen that like
Tell
cruise
me what to
ships
do.
do is they
Uh-huh.
have like porthole windows and it's got like a little cutout and so you can like sort of lay like in it. They put padding and you can like use that as like a reading spot and you're next to a window.
That is so cute. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm down for that. That's adorable. And it's also a reading nook.
Yeah.
It's all connected. Oh man. Okay. You look out the window.
Mm.
What do you see?
I think putting a castle near a mountain would be cool.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. Um I was viewing mine at the top of a mountain.
Ooh,
So
yeah.
like looking down like trees and stuff.
Yes.
And uh maybe there's like a town in the distance so you can see like smoke from that,
Yeah.
but it's like far.
That's one of the things I've looked at. Is like I would love to like live in the mountains, but
Me
part of that is
too.
like
uh,
you're really remote and away
yeah,
from
yeah,
everyone
sure are.
and just like amenities.
Yeah. So the trip that we went on, it was like away to the mountains and it
Mm-hmm.
was like I we were talking about that because we were like, this is wonderful, this is so cute, you can be so like self-sustainable, oh my god. But then we were like, we don't really fit the vibe of like a tiny little place like this because like
Mm-hmm.
the only other humans that you're gonna see are like typically gonna be more conservative and like typically gonna be like just not like necessarily as welcoming to us.
Yeah.
And so we were like, it's gorgeous, but probably only for a getaway, which makes it only way more gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Um,
Definitely. The
yeah,
other thing that'd be cool, like if you had
yeah.
unlimited money, like put a waterfall nearby. That'd be pretty.
That is such a good idea. Like you could have it as like you could have that actually if for yours if you like had your moat around the front, but then like the
Oh,
other
it's
side of it
part.
was
Oh
like,
yeah,
yeah, that'd be cool.
that'd be nice.
Yeah. Ah,
What are these
man.
billionaires doing? Look at this. Like you could just
Yeah.
spend your money on this,
Come
and it
on.
really probably wouldn't even cost that much. Like I mean,
No,
it still
you can
costs
do
a
it.
lot, but
Yeah, but for
not to a
you,
billionaire.
nothing.
Yeah.
Like, God. The wrong people are billionaires, I tell you.
Mm-hmm.
They're so stupid with their money. They're buying
Yeah.
social media. God. All right.
Putting factories in space.
Okay. You go down the stairs, like back down. You're back in the area where you first entered. Um, and you go ahead and find a door at the rear of the building. You open it and go out into the yard. What exactly does it look like? Is yours just a waterfall?
Oh, I was thinking of the door to the back door. I was like, ooh, what if it could be like a secret passage? That's the other
Ooh,
thing. Why don't people put more secret passages in their houses?
I'm all for this. In my home in Tennessee, there was a like basement, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because those are things. And in the basement, there was a bar, like a little half bar, real cute. Wish I had that as not a 10-year-old, because that would have been awesome.
Yeah.
But I had it as a 10-year-old, so it didn't mean much to me. But behind the bar, there were these like three wooden panels for the wall, right? Like maybe about like 4 feet wide, three and a
Yeah.
half. I don't know. But two of them were real like wall panels, and then one of them was a fake panel that
Oh.
opened up into a door, and you had a fake little room in there. It was a real room, fake door.
Yeah.
You had a secret little room in there, and it was so cool. Oh
Mm-hmm.
my god!
Like, can you imagine a library? You pull a book and you could like
I
open a
want
door.
that.
Yeah.
I keep seeing things on Instagram that are like um someone builds a cabinet around a door in their home,
Mm-hmm.
or like a wardrobe around it to give like a Narnia effect of
Yeah.
like to go into the other room over there you have to go through this wardrobe.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's just like the door, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite the same, but fun.
Exactly.
That's a doable version of it
Yeah.
for us. us non-billionaires. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's cool. It's fun. Man, secret rooms are cool.
Yeah. But back to the yard. I think like a nice
Right.
garden. We'll put the
Yeah.
waterfall there.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be like a big garden.
Yeah, I like it.
Put a hedge
Um,
maze in.
ooh, good hedge mage.
Mm-hmm.
That's cute. I like a lot of um I'm still picturing just like lots and lots of trees. Definitely like a nice garden. I think it's probably a smaller yard. Like for a castle is still big, but like
Yeah.
a smaller yard in the sense of like it's not ginormous because trees. And I don't want
Mm-hmm.
to tear down too many trees for my castle.
Yeah.
Some, but not too many. But yeah, generally just like a nice little self-sustaining garden. Alrighty. Um, okay. So, results. The door question. The door represents your attitude towards new experiences. If you imagined a simple everyday door, you are probably not afraid of new challenges and will test your luck in new situations without a second thought. Um, what on earth is this bullshit? Okay. If you sorry, no, I like there's an ad and so it made the text for the thing that
Oh.
small. And I was like, wait, those are still words I have to read. Okay, let
Yeah.
me give it a shot. If you have uh chosen the hidden door,
A hidden door into your castle?
that's strange, but I love it.
Yeah.
You probably do not know what you need to do in the future or your life, and it looks blurry and undefined. And if you have chosen a big, scary door, then you're probably afraid of the unknown and you find it difficult to get out of your comfort zone and try new experiences. I don't know what to consider our doors.
Yeah. Maybe big scary doors, but like I don't know that necessarily applies.
I guess theirs are like a little spooky, but not like terrifying. They are
Yeah.
big. Both of our doors were big.
Yes.
Um, like they weren't just like a regular house door.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I don't know. I guess we're a little scared.
Yeah.
Do you find it difficult to get out of your comfort zone?
I think sometimes
Yeah,
I always feel like a cross between like an introvert and an extrovert. Like sometimes like I'm
sure.
really like eager to do new things. Other times I'm like, yeah, I'm fine just being by myself.
Yeah.
And one of the best ways I heard described is like introvert versus extrovert is like where you get your energy from.
Hmm.
Like introverts get it from being with other people, extroverts get it like from being like alone or just like in certain environments. And like I don't know,
Right.
I always feel like a mix because like
Yeah.
sometimes I like feel more energized when I'm alone for a while, but only to like a certain point. Then I'm like, I need to go do stuff. I need to like try new
Right.
things and be with people. And then I'll do
Yeah.
that for a while, and then I'll be like, I need to go back inside.
Sure. Yeah. Um, I think it's difficult to get out of my comfort zone, generally speaking.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the only thing where it's like totally easy, not difficult at all, is food. I love trying new food.
Yeah.
Like it's so fun. Even if I hate it, I'm like, well, at least I tried it and at least I
Yeah.
know, kind of thing. I say that though as a vegetarian, so like that's also limited. But
Mm-hmm.
um, I don't know. It's not hard in that regard, but in like life regards, it's very difficult, I think.
Yes.
And I luckily have like a very nice support system that I feel like pushes me to do things sometimes, which I appreciate. Um, but on my own, left to my own devices, I would happily stay in my mountain cabin and just figure out ways to entertain myself. And like obviously like hang out with friends and stuff, but not necessarily try random things.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh my god. I want to be clear, I don't like that about myself. I would like to be more adventurous, but alas.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Inside the castle. Um the space inside the castle is the idea that you believe others have of you. Um
Hmm.
so let's see. Um I'm just going through until I find ones that are kind of similar to ours. Would you consider ours a fancy ballroom or a long corridor or with closed doors, or a combo.
I would
So
say
I feel like
maybe
ours
like
were
a
kind of
combo.
similar.
Like I was thinking like a big room.
Yeah. Okay, I think then maybe yours is, I don't know, I'll just read both of those because the other ones weren't like what we were thinking. Because the other ones were like a library or a fireplace, or stuff like that. Okay. A fancy ballroom suggests that you feel you can dazzle people around you and that you have a lot to give. And if you ended up in a long corridor with closed doors, you feel that you are difficult to understand and others will have to try much to penetrate more within you. Don't like the use of penetrate there. Like, that's just not the right word to use.
To insert themselves into your lives.
Oh my god. Yeah, okay. Do you feel that you have the old razzle dazzle, or do you feel like you're a little secret mystery box by J.J. Abrams?
You know, I was thinking like all three, to be honest. Because like I was thinking like maybe there'll be some doors going to other parts. I was like maybe we'll have like a big fireplace too.
Oh, okay. If the
Great for hosting
fireplace
events. Yeah.
gives a feeling of warmth and passion that you think you can cause in people, which is honestly similar to the razzle dazzle ballroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was also thinking, like, well, what do you put on, like, the walls? And I was like, well, you could probably put paintings, but, like, only to a certain point. It's like, maybe you also put some bookshelves, too. Which I guess isn't, like, fully a library, but...
If you saw a library, then you probably think that you're the person who supports others and helps them find answers to your problems. I think you're very good at that. Like, I feel like you're...
So that you probably think that...
You probably think. I don't know if it's true. No, I do think that's true about you, though. I don't know about everyone. But oh my god. Alrighty, our staircase. The stairway shows the image that you have of life. The sharp and massive staircase shows a person who sees life as suffering. Oh my god. Unlike a beautiful or spiral staircase, which shows a person who romanticizes their life. I don't think either of ours were sharp and scary. Yours was definitely more like that, like pretty, like up into the like upstairs.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that we're both romanticizers then. 'Cause I don't think either of us had scary stairs. All right, the window. Okay, the window is the way that you feel right now. So a smaller window means you may feel depressed or trapped in your life. Okay. It may feel like there's no way out of it. If you're experiencing this, a normal window shows a person with realistic demands and expectations of life at this stage. You realize that there are limitations, but the future is here and it looks clear for you. A bigger window means that you probably feel invincible and free and able to achieve what you want. Do you feel invincible and free, Ryan?
Sure. What does it say about skylights?
Well, it didn't. It's all about size. Size is the only thing that matters.
The size doesn't matter. It's what you do with the window.
Which, to be fair, a skylight is focusing on what really matters.
Exactly.
Yikes. We're turning this quiz into something it's not.
Yeah.
Okay, the view from the window is the overview of your whole life. None of these are going to be about the sky. I hope you realize. A stormy sea shows a hectic and erratic life. A snowy forest is associated with a person who is isolated and detached from the crowds. That's the closest to what I said. The others are Green Valley or Vibrant City. Nothing about this guy, though. They really didn't. Yeah. They didn't expect a.
They really had a different idea than us.
These are boring billionaires who built this.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing really about like the big waterfall or a skylight generally. Okay, but the courtyard um, is the image that you have in mind for your future. So if it's neat and shiny, then you feel like your future will be heavenly. Um, a promising but neglected garden shows an optimistic person who is worried about finding the energy to take control of their life. Um, the um, grassy and damaged garden, who would choose that? Are pessimistic that they do not have a nice picture of the future. Only one of these is good, but it's not what we wanted.
That's also like so like particular. Like, oh yes, I
Yeah.
step outside to my grassy and damaged garden.
That's so mean to the grass too, calling it damaged. Um Also, I guess ours were neat and shiny.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like that's not what we were really thinking.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, our future will be heavenly.
Cool.
That's the castle test.
Yeah, these are definitely written by some uncreative billionaires.
Yeah, they need to get more like descriptive.
Exactly.
Um, I also like the idea of like the cube test like has a long history, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like been around. It's definitely like a well-known personality thing. Not as like high up as like Myers-Briggs or anything like that, but definitely a fairly known one. And it feels like uh these ones are going to be like the the BuzzFeed quiz version of those. But yeah, what rained on your parade, Ryan?
Trying to think. Oh man, I've
Okay.
been awful on sleep this week. Just so
No.
much happening this week. So
Well,
much.
yikes.
But
Okay.
I was working on an assignment that's due next week, and I was like, I'm just gonna get out of the way early. And
Yeah.
my professor is like, "Oh yeah, it only took me 2 hours, so it should be
Mhm.
pretty easy for you guys."
Right.
And I don't know if most people feel this way, but I feel like the professor knows what they're doing, so like you sort of double the amount of time it takes them, and so it took
Right.
us like 5 hours to do.
Oh
It was
God.
awful. It was
So many
like it was also
hours.
coding based, and they updated the coding
Sure.
program, so like where it
Oh
said things were
God.
going to be was not actually where they were, because that's the other thing I don't understand. When people update stuff, why do they move things around? Why are they
Yeah.
doing that? Why not keep it in the
Hmm.
same space? The same space was fine. Why are we moving stuff? Anyway, um so it like had to go from one program to another program to another program, and I'm just doing
Yeah.
like all this work programming the circuit board, and then
Oh
finally
man.
I get done, and all the program does is it has like four like switches on it and four LEDs next to it, and if you turn the switch it turns the LED on. It's like, this is so disappointing.
Oh
Spent like
man.
5 hours on this. Like I would have liked to do like a little like light show, you know.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be
Instead
fun.
it just turns the LED on. Wow.
Damn.
Breathtaking.
Incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. What's been like your favorite like lab or like assignment thing that you've done with all the different coding and things?
That's interesting. I think making a solar inverter was fun.
Ooh, that's
Um,
cool. Yeah.
I like a lot of the robotics ones. They're really hard. That's what I'm doing this semester is robotics. And there's a
Hmm.
whole like mathematics called kinematics, which is about how robots move.
I haven't even heard of that. That was new mathematics unlocked.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
It talks about like how robots move because it's like how one wheel moves versus how
Uh,
two wheels move versus four wheels versus six wheels, and like
okay.
how it charts that, because it charts like the speed that it moves, the velocity, and then also like charts like the turning rate of like the wheels and like how fast they need to turn for each wheel. And
Yeah.
one of the ways you do that is by like the robot knowing its position. And it knows its position because it keeps moving forward. So it knows its position because it knows where it isn't, which is the last position. And so it subtracts that value in order to find the next value, and then it does the math in order to find the velocity and the angular rate. Anyway, the robot's like really smart. You do all the math to figure out like how it can get from like one point to another point.
Sure. Okay. That's interesting. Huh.
it's a lot of work, but it's really fun when like you put the robot down. And it's like, yay, it's following the line, or it goes to the point.
Right, like it does what you like thought it was gonna do, kind of
Yeah.
thing. That is
And
satisfying.
it's also really funny when it doesn't do that.
Sure.
We have like a modeling program like online. It's like a virtual program, and like one time I set the speed of it. The speed is supposed to be like 1 meter a second. I accidentally set it to 100.
Oh my
And
god.
so when I ran it, the robot just kept like driving in a circle extremely fast. It's just like going. It's like a washing machine.
That's
just,
so fun.
I was like, this
Oh
isn't
my
supposed to
God.
happen, but this is funny.
Something's not adding up. Oh my god, that's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Yeah. I love that. I don't know, robots are cool.
They are.
They're very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Would you ever enter into one of those robot death matches that is in like all the movies?
Like where I fight a robot, or I make a robot to fight a robot.
You make a robot to fight a robot.
But
then also now I really want to know if you would knock out a robot.
I don't think so. I think that'd be too hard to beat.
Fair.
I think it'd be neat to do that. There used to be a show on ABC that was like robots fighting.
Very
like, people
cool.
would make robots that would fight.
Yeah.
But there very quickly became like a meta of like how to do it, and it was literally just you made a lawnmower pretty much.
Sure, that makes sense.
And like you really couldn't stop it because it was just like wheels and then the blade on top, and like whatever you did, all it had to do was get close and it would knock out anything.
Right. I wonder if they could like say almost do like a Great British Bake Off sort of thing where they're like, this is like a robot death match, but you have to include like these components or like make this sort of robot for
that would actually be pretty cool. Like get the same host from
Oh my god, wouldn't that be hilarious?
Paul Hollywood.
It's a bit stodgy. Oh my god.
He like clearly doesn't know anything about robotics, but was like pulling out like pieces of like, yeah, you have to include this and this.
Everyone like puts alcohol on the robot for crew like they do in all of their bakes. Oh my god.
That would just be like chopped so pretty much. Like they open a basket, it's got different parts that got into
Oh, that would be cool too. We could make a cool robot show.
Yeah. Netflix, what are you doing? We got all these ideas for you.
Oh my god. Yeah, I love that actually. Damn, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The other thing I saw, the one robot that is able to beat the lawnmowing robot is because it has wheels because it needs to move. And so someone made it's 2 robots. It's literally just like a ramp with wheels, and it moves super fast. And what it can do is it can like essentially just go under the robot.
And make it fly and hurt itself.
And just fall over.
That's brilliant.
Yes.
That's so smart. Oh my god. Wow. Damn. That's cool. I love things like that where it's like that seems like the exact same thing that they like taught us in jiu-jitsu where it's like use your enemy's momentum against them sort of situation.
Yeah.
Like teaching this little robot how to fight good. Mm-hmm. Oh my god. That's fun. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna do a Sunny thing.
Yeah.
My mom and I yesterday went on a little girls' trip together. To Krispy Kreme because it has the best donuts. We live literally like next to a Dunkin' Donuts, but like it's not as good. It's just not. I'm so sorry, folks.
I agree.
But actually, okay, this leads into a rainy thing. Actually, I will say. So we went to a Krispy Kreme. It was wonderful. It was glorious. We're Southern gals, who like Krispy Kreme is like the predominant one in like North Carolina. And it's been so long since we've had it because it's just not around. So the closest one that we found was like a 30-minute drive from where we are, which isn't bad at all. Like it was worth it for a little fun trip. So we just like put some music on and like went and got a dozen little donuts.
Nice.
The sad thing is that like one of my favorite donuts is those like lemon filled like donuts,
Yeah.
right? And they had they used to have them at like the Dunkin' near us, but then they discontinued them, and that was sad because I was like, damn, I like those. I like glazed, like plain glazed, and like the lemon ones. Like those are like top tier donuts. But like they got rid of the lemon ones at the Dunkin', so I was like, okay, well maybe they'll have them at the Krispy Kreme, and they did. But then I bit into it, and there was no lemon inside. Like it was just that type of donut, but they forgot to put lemon in it. That was so sad. It was just a glazed, like essentially jelly donut, but with no jelly inside. It was like, guys, that's the most important part of this. This is essentially just a glazed donut without a hole now, which is fine, but it's not a lemon donut. And like, I obviously ate it once we had like gotten back home, so it's not like I could be like, do you have any that have lemon in them? But yeah, that was sad. But I got two, and the other one had lemon in it, so that was better. But one of them didn't. I was like, wow, man.
Dang, that is sad.
I still ate it. Like it was fine. It was just a donut, but it's
just like the disappointment. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, it's kind of rude. But that's all. Don't be an F boy.
Build a castle.
Build a castle, but build a cool castle.
Yeah.
And have a sunny Wednesday. Bye.
Bye.